Hi everyone, my name is Amy, and last spring I actually quit my job as a full-time pharmacist, and you can hear more about my story up here or in the description below. Ever since quitting my job, I am more passionate about helping other women become sellers on Amazon as well. So I created a Facebook group called Women Sellers for Amazon FBA, and you can figure out how to join in the description below as well. I'll leave the link down there. Every single week we go on live on Facebook so that we can talk about a specific topic related to Amazon. And this week is actually really exciting because I have my sister, Cece, who has been helping us with the business. She's going to be shopping, finding the product, prepping, and then shipping it to Amazon. So it's all going to be laid out step by step for you. It's so good. So I hope that you guys can join me in this week's video. Let's hop right in. So let me know where you guys are tuning in from. We always love to see where you guys are in the country, around the world. We have people all over the place usually attending these lives. So today is a little bit different. Usually our lives are on Thursday at 5 p.m. But today, if you guys can tell, I'm in a different setting right now because we're actually on vacation. And Cece here is taking over the live. And so we have Anna from Florida, Deanna from Portland, Oregon, Rita from California, Renee from Georgia, and on Facebook we have Nadine and we have Christine and we have Lisa from Rembrandt, Massachusetts, yay! And Janice from Illinois. So we have people all over the country here. Nadine from Mississippi. Oh, thank you, Nadine. She said I look great. And Cece she is still our warehouse manager. She handles a lot of the operational side of things of the business. And so she's here today to help us do a prepping and packing. And she also has a shopping, sort of like a preview before, like how you are able to find products and then get it home and then send it to Amazon. So super excited. We know that every presentation that Cece does is super in-depth, and she always have good information for you guys. So the recording will be live hopefully early to mid next week. But if you're catching it on Facebook, on my business page, it will be available there right afterwards. So if you're missing this live, you'll be able to catch it there. But if not, it'll be on YouTube. So all right, Cece, take it away.
I did film myself at Walmart, showing you guys how I product research. And I got some few looks, really awkward encounterments, but if I can do some embarrassing things, I hope that you guys don't feel as embarrassed to go product researching. So let me show you my screen. So this is the little intro, how to shop, prep, and pack by yourself.
About 2 days ago, I went to Walmart, set up my camera, and filmed myself doing some product research. Of course, we actually do more online research nowadays, but for those who are new in the Amazon selling world, it's much easier to do product researching in store. Now I'm going to show you how I actually do some product researching. First, I'm going to go on the Amazon Seller app, and then you're going to click on Add a Product. Now I'm going to click on that camera button right on the top right corner. Now I'm going to scan the product. I'm going to choose this golf ball looking thing. And tip for beginners, outdoors and sports is a great category for you guys because you are not gated there, unless it's branded. Now I'm checking if there are any products listed that actually match the item, and it doesn't look like so. So I grabbed another product and I'm scanning this one, and I'm looking at the sales rank. It's ranked pretty high. Oh, hi Emily. And now I'm checking if I'm actually going to make profit. Profit is about -$1, and it's ranked badly right there. So I'm gonna find another product for you guys. I'm gonna try one more. I just randomly grabbed this one. I am scanning, I'm showing you guys. Scanning it, and it's ranked pretty low, which is good. 1,024, that's really good. And I'm gonna click on that. Look at Amazon Fulfilled. If you guys are doing merchant fulfilled, that's gonna be a whole separate thing. So it actually sells pretty well, $9 profit. That's a huge profit margin. The thing is, because I think it's a good product on my phone, I'm checking the sellers and everything, you still had to go home and double check. But That's how I usually do some product researching. Now I'm taking some pictures so I don't have to do all this product researching at the store. And there I can actually use Keepa and Helium-10. And that's it. Let's talk in present day now.
Yeah, it took me a while to make that video. I did get quite a few stares. Don't worry, I didn't film anybody, but I did have an employee. Well, I'm not sure if he was an employee. He was just wearing a blue shirt, and he kind of just like creepily went up to me and was like, "So you're taking pictures?" And I was just like, "No, I'm done." I was like putting away my camera anyways. So I know the first time you guys go out product research in the stores, it's going to be so uncomfortable. At least for me, it was, because I don't like drawing attention to myself. But when you kind of just walk in there, look like you know what you're doing, they typically like kind of just stay away from you. That's just in my experience when it comes to product researching or filming in person or in public. But granted, I know you guys aren't filming in public, so take that as you will. Let's get started. I have a few products that I am going to show you how I typically prep them. These are just random household items that I found in Amy's house. I just went around and just took a bunch of stuff, and I'm just going to show you how I would prep them. I know, at least for me, when I was teaching other people how to prep stuff, like our packers and stuff, they weren't the best at it at first because they would just kind of just wrap it whatever. And as an Amazon seller, you really don't want to do that, because if you send it into Amazon, the customer sees it and it's shattered or it's spilled or it looks messy, then the customer is going to complain and it's going to hurt you in the long run. Let me start with kids' books. I do see a lot of comments or questions about how you guys would prep books. For this one, this is like a child's book, so the pages are thick, but I would still polybag them. I have all my supplies here, and when I actually use them, I'll show you guys. So let's just prep this book. This is kind of small, so I'm going to be using 14 by 11 polybag, and this is what it looks like. It has a warning label. You can see that. But if you guys are buying polybags, please buy the warning labels. I've said it like hundreds of times, but the only reason why is because Amazon will flag you or will tell you like you need some type of warning label if it's more than 6 inches long or opening wide, I guess, because it's a hazardous thing. And if you don't have one that has a warning label, then if you buy these warning stickers, kill 2 birds with 1 stone, just get the one with the warning label already on it. This bag is already like honestly too big for it, but this is what we have. And I know that there's going to be a barcode. You guys see that barcode? I don't want to show this because what happens if you send it in and the barcode is showing and you have your FNSKU label on front or something, the Amazon workers might scan the wrong one and you might get points deducted or something might go wrong. So let's put this in here. So I know this is a little bit longer than it should be. Actually, let me get a little bit closer, like we're friends or something. And what I like about these poly bags is that they don't stick to anything. Like, do you see that? It just falls off. See that? Nothing's gonna get in here now. And I'm gonna put this aside and I'll show you guys how I would put the FNSKU label on this and where I would, or I guess just where I would put it. So this is done. I'm gonna show you guys how I would prep maybe a combo pack. So I'm gonna grab this book. It's pretty hefty. And by the way, if you guys are selling heavy items, keep that in the back of your mind because it's gonna cost more to ship. And is the profit margins high enough so it'll make up for it? If not, then this is probably not a good idea. But this is just an example. So this is a bit bigger. And then pretend that this is a combo pack and it's with this tiny book. What I'm going to do is actually have the barcodes facing each other. So that's not even a problem anymore. See that? And I'm gonna just wrap them into the same bag. This is a 11 by 14. Is that okay? I know this sounds like really easy or like, oh, I can definitely do that. honestly, some people, not trying to call you out, Amy, but sometimes she'll do this thing where it's really loose. And I'm very particular of how I like to prep things. So I like it as tight as possible. I'll prep this. I found this in Amy's cleaning supply closet. So it's basically the Myers thing. And I know it's a spray bottle. I'm gonna close this first so I don't spray it on myself. So yeah, that's one thing. Make sure the spraying, if you guys are dealing with spray bottles or liquids, turn it off. And I'm going to grab some gripper tape. Looks like, by the way, if I'm like going like this a lot, it's because I'm filming this on my camera too. So I gotta show the YouTube people. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna peel this off. It's pretty sticky too. So I'm gonna put it around here. And just tape it around. See? And because I forgot my bottle caps, I know I rave about these bottle caps a lot. If you guys notice on the Facebook group, I usually would actually replace the top, put a bottle cap, and then the spray bottle would be somewhere else. But because I don't have the bottle caps, I'll just show you guys what I would do now without those, or if you guys don't have bottle caps. So because it's right here, for me, I don't like to risk anything. So I'm actually going to cover this spraying thing because this little knob can twist during shipment. So I'm gonna grab another gripper tape. By the way, all the supplies I'm gonna be using, I have a sheet that I created and the links to them. So Amy will probably show you guys those if you guys are wondering. So what I'm doing is that I'm going to be grabbing this bottle, putting it right there. I'll get close up, so I'll show you guys. So now it really can't turn. And that's the most important part. We have these long ones. These are 6 by 11. It doesn't have to be this tall. You guys can get different sizes, but these are great for bottles. Open it up. See if the barcode is going to be covered by the warning label. I really hope you guys can't hear the mowing people. They're really loud. So I'm gonna open this up tight as possible. You can go around too. And these poly bags, or most poly bags, are typically start actually keeping like a better adhesive over time. So in about actually these are really good. Like you guys can tell that like it's not gonna budge. If it does, it's gonna rip the poly bag. Excuse me. But yeah, so that's how you would prep a spray bottle. Another thing, let's talk about glass or something that's fragile. Glass. I don't have nails to make sounds, but what I would do is get these bubble bags. If you guys don't have these bubble bags, don't worry. We didn't either. We used just regular bubble wrap, and that's totally fine. But I'm gonna show you how I use a bubble bag, and you guys can just use it in place of it. So I'm gonna put this in here. I don't know why I grabbed cumin. I should have grabbed like cinnamon or something. It smells very strong. So what I'm gonna do is usually I clip as tightly to the seasoning as possible and then start rolling. And it's okay if you pop some, it's gonna happen anyways. And I'm gonna make it as tight as possible. Usually I do this on the table and the floor, but so you guys can actually see me doing it. So it's super, super tight. Pull this out. See, I wanna show you guys how, do you see this? Yeah, it's really nice. Okay, let's put it, tighten it. And I saw that someone asked, like, how do you guys wrap like fragile glass items? And someone else commented saying like they should, how you should wrap it is like you should do like a 3 feet drop test to see if it's actually wrapped well. And I thought that was actually a really good thought. I was just like, wow, I need to remember that more because I feel like sometimes like I might think that this like other things might not break because I was like, I wrapped it, but reminding yourself like, okay, is it actually gonna still be okay if it dropped 3 feet? But I'm gonna show you guys, this is actually wrapped pretty well, so I'm gonna just jog it from here, not 3 feet, maybe like 2. It's pretty good. And I'm just gonna stick it on. I'm gonna do a few more that I feel like people are probably more curious about. Let's do something bigger like this. So I'm gonna actually grab a bigger poly bag. If you're gonna be sending like stuffed animals or toys or something that's like plush, I would highly recommend putting it in a poly bag, just because if someone drops a stuffed animal on a warehouse ground in Amazon's warehouse, it's gonna be kind of crusty, I'm not gonna lie. Like at least our warehouse, and like the ground is like, you know, there's like dirt, and even when you scrub it out, it's always just gonna accumulate. So just put it in the poly bag and you'll be fine. I'm gonna stuff it, yeah. And see how it's kind of like, I can squish it and it'll fit. It's honestly personal preference. I think I would be okay with this because it's a plush, but it depends on the type of plush. If it's like a specific fabric that will wrinkle or something, I wouldn't risk it. I would get a bigger bag. By the way, I forgot to mention. So you know how I did these books and it was a combo pack or a 2-pack, whatever. If these books were identical and it was a 2-pack, sometimes Amazon is going to tell you to set creation. If you guys don't know what set creation is, it basically means that you need a sticker like this, and it just says sewed as a set, do not separate. I don't know why Amazon just assumes if it's in a bag like that, they're just gonna open it up. So just to be safe, just put these stickers on top. I don't have any 2-packs that I would put it on, but I just wanted to show you guys that just in case. Another thing, let me see this lotion. This is this is Amy's like go-to lotion. Honestly, me too though. Like I used to wear this all the time. Highly recommend if you guys have dry skin. So what I would do, just because I think this typically comes with like a seal in the inside. This one's already open and used, so I'm not gonna show you that. But if it has a seal in the inside and you don't want to use gripper tape because it looks kind of weird and I don't know, it just looks like unprofessional, I would recommend getting these. You guys, you don't even know what I'm showing you guys, but it's these clear little circle stickers. It looks really professional. Like I see companies use clear stickers to, you know, close everything. So it makes it look like, oh, this is intentional. Like this is what the product typically looks like. And you see how it's like not twisting? This is depending on you, depending on how much you trust other people handling your products. I feel like if there's already a seal in the inside and this sticker was over it, it's hard. I don't know if I would not put it in a poly bag. I feel like I would actually. But if it was like if it was in a box and I just had to put the seal over the box, I wouldn't put it in a poly bag. But I think because this is loose and anything can happen, I would put this in like a small poly bag, like this one. Or if you guys even have a smaller one for items like tiny like this, then I would recommend that. Okay, let's do some baby wipes. If you guys got kids. So it's typically like, you know, it's actually supposed to be sealed, but it's used too. What I would do is that I honestly wouldn't do anything to this except for maybe put a sticker on it, and the FNSKU can just go right on top of the, what's this called? The barcode. So this is good. I already ran out of those stickers. Oh wait, no, wait, do I have one more? These are, the problem with these is like I can't never tell. Yeah, so I'm gonna get one of these stickers and close it like that. Look how nice that looks. It's easy. Another one, let's do an actual glass thing. So this is art. I found this downstairs. So the reason why you shouldn't pack like this is that bro, like this is gonna break. Like this glass is exposed, the glass up here is explode. Like you already saw, like I literally just went like this and this little piece of paper fell out. So this is terrible wrapping. Even if it's just like, imagine if this one little tiny layer was all around, it was still pretty bad just because this is really thin bubble wrap. I would actually wrap it at least like, I would say like 2 to 3 times, to be honest. And that's what you gotta think. Is this worth the time, the money, and the effort to send this in? Probably not. I know, because if you guys are all beginners, really good, like in the video I said, really good item or really good categories are sports, outdoors, arts and crafts and stuff like that is really good. So hopefully you shouldn't even be sending glass, but just in case you guys are starting to, or let's do chapstick. By the way, this isn't sponsored or anything, but this is the best chapstick ever. Lipsil is the best chapstick ever. But what I'm gonna do is that I know that this falls off really, really easily. Like, it's just like the brand, you know, normal chapstick even falls off really easily. And because I know there's no, you know, seal on the inside, or maybe you're sending in lip gloss, you know that they don't put an extra seal in there. So that's when I would actually put it in a poly bag, and I wouldn't put like an extra seal or anything, because if you get a poly bag like this, it's not gonna come out. And even if it does, what you want to do is like make it as tight as possible anyway, so it can't physically come out. So I'm actually gonna wrap this one and show you guys. Like, yeah, there's no way this bad boy is coming out. Like, I can't even pull it out. Yeah, like this is a really good one. Oh my gosh, I forgot that I did this one. This is Ui's. I found this on the table. Yeah, put an extra seal if you feel like there's a need. If there isn't, save your money. It's all good. And I noticed that this item actually has a barcode right here. Imagine if there was a barcode here and on the side. Oh wait, I'm so dumb. There is one on the side. When you send things into Amazon, like I said, you have to cover the barcodes, and sometimes there will be more. So what are you gonna do? You can get these blank stickers right here. This is what I typically use, and I cover the barcode. So I don't know if he needs this. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna, actually, I don't even like this. I'm gonna put it on the bottom because these ones are smaller. And I'm covering the barcode like that. See, looks nice. If you guys don't have these little stickers and you already have Avery Labels, this is the FNSKU labels that I'm gonna be, or these are the labels I'm gonna use for the FNSKU labels anyways. You guys can use these. These are fine too. The only reason why I prefer this is because this is less expensive than these. So that's just one thing to keep in mind. Okay, so I think I prepped everything. Oh, I guess there's one thing I didn't show you guys, is that gripper tape have these bigger ones, these little thick boys. I don't prefer them, to be honest. They're really bulky and they're not as long. Or maybe they are, I don't know. I just don't like these. These are just so bulky and obnoxious. I like the skinnier ones. But, okay. Is there anything else? Oh yeah, I guess I also have these longer bubble bags versus the regular bubble bags too. And like I said, they come in different sizes, so you have to look at what you guys are selling and then buy like supplies that matches that. Don't just buy a bunch of supplies that you might need. You need like a little history from it. Just buy a small batch and then slowly grow. That's just my opinion. I don't like wasting money. I don't like wasting, you know, plastic like this. And yeah. So what's the next step after you prep? So if you want to get the stickers out if the customer returned it, I definitely recommend what's it called, Goo Gone. Glugon is a really good product. They come in sprays and they come into like these little bottles where you kind of just pour it a little bit and then you just leave it on there for, I recommend like 3 to 5 minutes. And then you get a scraper and you scrape it off. And it comes off like butter. Just don't put too much because then the whole box gets kind of oily, and you know, if you're gonna send it or return it, they're gonna be like, what you doing with this? Paper boxes. Yeah, I would say so. I think we used to sell a product that wasn't identical like this, but it was definitely made out of some type of cardboard. With that, be extra careful, because one time I accidentally put way too much, which is, for me, wasn't that much. I would put on like a regular like plastic box like this, but it was just too much, and look, it stained the box. So like I said, a little droplet and not too much. It sometimes gets frustrating, and I know sometimes like you just want to like rip it off like right away. Yeah, don't do that. Sometimes I kind of do it out of spite, and then I regret, and then I have to take like another 10 minutes to actually like carefully take it out. So like I said, like if you want to see like the whole shipment plan, Amy actually has a course, and I went through the new workflow that you guys can check it out, because I'm not going to show you the online portion of it. I'm just going to show you guys like the physical look of it. But anyways, let me keep going. So pretend that I actually had real FNSKUs on this. If you guys don't know what FNSKUs are, they're basically a specific label that Amazon generates to identify which product is which. So for example, let's just say like we're gonna be sending this off and the label just does say Huggies. I'm gonna grab this label and cover it just like so. And of course, I know it's white. It's gonna pretend it's actually an FNSKU label. And another tip, if you guys never used or never seen an FNSKU label and what it looks like, it's typically the beginning of the item description. So it does get confusing if you're shipping out this a lot of the same items. Okay, so the next one, let's just say this one. This one doesn't have any barcode, or you know, so I would never put it on like near the seal or on the side. The reason why is that like if it's, how do I say this, if a warehouse worker, Amazon warehouse worker is trying to scan it and it's like bent in all sorts of places, they're gonna be like annoyed, and they might actually charge you for them having to label it themselves because the barcode doesn't work. Because if you label it yourself, you actually don't get charged it. And I believe that if Amazon labels it for you, it's an additional 25 cents or something per label. So you don't want to do that. So what I would do is I'm going to grab this label and I'm going to put it right in the front. So you can either put it right on top of the warning label or just in the front. Excuse me, I didn't even eat anything yet and I'm burping so much. Okay, I'm just gonna put it right in the front. See? So it's really visible. Another thing, where am I gonna add that? Here. So I know that the barcode is lightly covered, but it's not covered enough in my opinion. So I'm gonna grab this and put my FNSKU label right on top. See? Perfect. Let's do one more example. Let's do this one. I'm gonna grab this. And look, it's actually very much covered, but I'm still going to put it right on the barcode. But you guys get it. Always put the FNSKU label over it. There are cases where you shouldn't, and if you shouldn't, then grab a blank label and cover it, and then put the label somewhere else. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Let's pack the box. So I am going to just pack a few items, and I already pre-made this box for you guys, so I don't have to show you guys how to make a box. You guys know how to make a box. So what I'm gonna do is I typically put the heavy stuff on the bottom, just so it's not crushing anything that's delicate. And most of the time, if the label is on top, UPS isn't gonna flip it upside down, or they can, but I don't know. I like putting it on the bottom. So I'm gonna put these heavy items on the bottom. Put this up here. So I have, if you guys used to play Tetris, I love Tetris. So when I pack boxes, I think of like, what is the best way to pack this box? And that's how you guys should think too. You don't throw everything in, because something's gonna come out broken, be returned. You're gonna have to, you know, use Goo Gone and get that label off and then return it to the retailer, and that's just way too much. With spray bottles and regular items, I get kind of scared. Usually I would try to pack all the spray bottles in one box and all the other items in another. But if you guys are beginners and you're not sending out that many things, then it's okay, as long as you have it facing like up. And you're going to need stickers like this that says this side up, fragile. Even if it's one spray bottle. One spray bottle can mess you up, man. So I'm gonna have it facing up, and I'm gonna grab this craft paper. Use this craft paper. Like, craft paper is really inexpensive. If you prefer bubble bags, then that's totally fine. I'm gonna cut this up and show you guys. Wait. So I usually crumble it up like this. So I still see things moving, and that's an indication that I need to put more. But you know, I don't want to waste more craft paper. So just pretend it's actually full with craft paper. What we use, if we don't want to use our own, sometimes we'll get things from the mail, and we actually save all of those bubble bags and craft paper. We keep it in a box, and we just use those. But we always have an extra like roll or some type of box of craft paper. So I'm gonna close this up. And another thing, how I know that this is not secure is that if you can, I don't know if you can see that, if you can press your hand like that and the box kind of bends, whatever you're shipping out it's gonna be moving. But for the sake of the example, I'm gonna get some tape. We like Gorilla Tape just because it's just, I've noticed that Scotch or something, the tape lifts up even if after you put it down, but that's personal preference. If you guys are doing it on budget, Scotch works too. That's how I tape it. And Amazon is going to send you 2 shipping labels when you ship it out. If it's like a small, if you're only shipping 1 box, then it's going to be a lot easier. It's only going to give you 2. But if you are shipping out more than that, then label your box. I forgot to bring the scale, and I'm not going to go upstairs to grab the scale. But what I would do is actually would weigh this box and actually write down the dimensions and the size and the weight of it. I'm actually going to guess that this is like maybe like 7 pounds, no more than that. But so I won't need a heavy sticker. If it's more than 35 pounds, please use a heavy sticker, because it, you know, you don't want to catch the UPS people by surprise and this is like 50 pounds. The max weight you can send out per box is 50 pounds. If you send out more, you're going to get an additional fee because it's overweight or something. So pretend it's, you know, there's 2 labels, UPS's label and Amazon's label. I'm gonna take it out. You guys, by the way, these labels are for Dymo. I didn't print anything out. These are actually the messed up ones that I found. So I'm gonna label it like so. Always I kind of just go like that. It takes like 2 seconds. And I'm gonna put one right here. And you see how I don't put it in the middle? And I know like what we used to do is that we actually put it on the where we cut the box, because we're like, oh, it's an extra piece of tape that we can save. Yeah, that instant regret. Our boxes never shipped to Amazon because UPS ripped one of the labels and Amazon never received it until months later. So don't do that. Or if you're doing it on, or I remember that I told you guys that there's a spray bottle in here. So I'm gonna get these fragile labels. I'm gonna put it on the side of the box. And I'm gonna put it on two sides. And the reason why I put it on two sides is just because maybe someone won't, it's like facing the wrong way or whatever, I don't know. We used to do it on four sides, but I think two works too. If it's a fragile, if there's a fragile item in here and it has to be on a specific side, put the shipping labels right on that same side with the fragile sticker, because chances are that if they see the shipping label next to a fragile sticker, they know not to flip the box upside down. But that's just another pro tip. But that's it. All you have to do is just send it to Amazon by UPS. UPS has the best rates, I guess, because there's like an Amazon rate versus like if you go with another carrier. So you just have to send it or just drive to UPS, drop it off, and that's it. And I know what we used to do, because we had a lot of boxes coming out of Amy's place. We actually had UPS come and do a pickup. But sometimes they'll be kind of like shocked because it's a residential area and you're shipping out like, I don't know, like 50 boxes. It kind of, you know, shocks them just a tad bit, but that's okay. I think I'm done now.
Thank you so much for watching this video, and a special thanks to my sister for coming back to help us with the shipment plan step by step. I hope that you had enjoyed this content and found it helpful. If you do, please subscribe to my channel and hit that like button. It really helps out the YouTube algorithm. And also, if you want to join our Facebook group, we actually go live during these type of videos, and this is the edited version, so you can go on live and actually ask your questions there. So we hope to have you back, and we hope to have you join the group as well. With that being said, I'm going to leave you, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye guys.